To whom it may concern, this is Unique Devotion. And as I talked about yesterday, it's kind of a two-parter. The parable of the mustard seed and the parable of the leaven, they really go hand in hand. But I think what Jesus is trying to get at here is super important. So I split it up. So you kind of thinking about the same thing in over a course of 2 days instead of just one. But let me read verse 13 or chapter 13 of Luke, verses 20 and 21. Then I'll move on. And again he said, "To what shall I liken the kingdom of God? It is like leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal till it was all leavened." So I'm going to back up and reread the whole thing, both of them, straight through. Then he said, "What is the kingdom of God like? And to what shall I compare it? It is like a mustard seed, which a man took and put in his garden, and it grew, and became a large tree, and the birds of the air nested in its branches." And again he said, "What shall I liken the kingdom of God? It is like leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal, till it was all leavened." Alright, so I'm going to reread what I said yesterday, and then read what I had written down for the leaven. Okay? Kind of rewrote it. What is the kingdom of God like? It is like a thought, an action, an emotion that a man took and planted in himself. It grew and became a mighty tree of thoughts, actions, and emotions. And it became a place for all other thoughts, actions, and emotions to take refuge and also be discerned. What sort of seed are you planting inward and outward? So the interesting thing here is it's reworded a little different. And the first one was kind of for a man, the second one was for a woman, but it's not that they're separate. It's just pointing out that it's for everyone. It's part of it. To what shall I liken the kingdom of God? It is like a thought, an action, and an emotion that a woman took and mixed into all other thoughts, actions, and emotions, until all became one purpose with readiness. What are you mixing into your existence, into your life? What is the kingdom of God like? What shall you compare it to? Make the connection. So throughout the day, think about, what are you putting in? What is that seed? What is that leaven that you are putting into yourself? What is the seed or the leaven that you're putting out into the world? What are you trying to grow and cultivate? What sort of thoughts and actions and emotions are going on inside of you and outwardly that are growing the tree, that are growing the leaven? Are you growing a weird, crazy looking, disgusting tree that's dying and falling apart, no branches, can't grow leaves? Is your leaven getting moldy? You don't want moldy bread. It's not good. Or are you cultivating and planting and growing a tree that is beautiful, maybe windy, and has beautiful branches, multicolored leaves, huge 100-year-old tree? Is it the finest, sweetest bread you've ever had? So that's why I say then, what is the kingdom of God like? What is it like? Think about it. What is the kingdom of God like? It's important. He points us out here, so it must be important. And what do you compare it to? He compared it to a tree. to a seed growing into a tree. You compared it to leaven growing into like bread. What do you compare it to? Think about it. Put some thought into it. Make those connections. That's what it's there for. The questions aren't to just roll over. They're to make those connections. Build that relationship so that you can better understand what God is trying to do in your life, and you can better understand how to ask for help and how to ask for guidance by making those connections and communication. Communication is huge. So I hope that you have all the blessings you deserve today. And yeah, I guess all the blessings you don't deserve. So, till next time, have a wonderful day.